kind of going back earlier to the way marketing started here at Zappos. We were primarily kind of going back earlier to the way marketing started here at Zappos. We were primarily focused on word of mouth, and so our focus was to kind of mobilize our community and mobilize our customers, and just kind of create this community feel and bring them to the site. Direct response came in because we felt like we might have people that are looking for us, but they don't know where to find us. So that's where search engines came in, and comparison engines, and our affiliate program, which really started to drive our business. And then email, of course, kind of came in on top of that. But the key focus was, at that point, catch those customers at the moment that they're ready to purchase. My name is Darren Shamo. I'm Senior Search Engine Marketing Manager at Zappos, but also dabbling in really all on my online marketing channels. We're not too up on titles here. So, Matt, did you see the effective cost?
Yeah, it doesn't add up.
Yeah,
what's going on?
4.8%. That's definitely quite a bit lower than I was thinking it was going to come in at.
And that's because of the affiliates?
No, a lot of it has to do with the search number. One of the biggest challenges that we face is this frequent change in consumer behavior. Whenever there's an economic shift, we see behavior shift from one channel, like search, to comparison engines, where what normally would be an impulse buy has become more of a high involvement purchase. So people are coming in, they're seeing the same pair of shoes that they would have just purchased at the drop of a hat 6 months prior, and then they come into the site. The economic climate has changed completely, and they're starting to search by price, and they start to compare all the merchants alongside each other, and they start to look at things a little bit differently and evaluate that purchase differently than they would have 6 months prior. It's not that someone is shifting their behavior solely to comparison engines from search. It's more that they are starting to look at comparison engines and search and email and display. If our effective marketing cost is rising because our overlap is rising and we are unable to understand this thing, at the end of the year, our net profit, what we ultimately can take home and what we can ultimately use to build our business is impacted. As marketing costs increase, and if we don't understand what these marketing costs are doing and how to become more efficient, that affects every other aspect of our business. We try to get away from demo targeting and geo-targeting specifically and saying, this is the cluster and this is how I'm going to go after it. Instead, we allow them to define those buckets and those clusters, and we allow our technology to kind of string them all together and figure out the acquisition lifetime value. The ultimate goal is to get the program to the point where if a user is shopping on Zappos and they've been exposed to all of these different products and they've been dancing around the site, and they've kind of put together an idea of where they are going, and also shopping on other sites, shopping on Toyota.com, shopping on Zappos, shopping at Toys R Us, and they are kind of putting together this profile. What we want to get to the point of is that we deliver the exact message that they're looking for at the exact time that they're ready to purchase, and adjusting our budget such that we're attracting the right people. So in Google, typical search engine, you have your listings that are sponsored on the top and usually on the right-hand column. Those are the listings that we pay for. Most people think of Google as this great free service that provides value to everyone that uses it, and there's a reason why their stock price is so high. And it's merchants like ourselves are paying these fees to deliver the content at the moment that people purchase. And so as you type in a query in the top box, what Google is doing is it's crawling all those listings, and it's also on the sponsored results. We are providing and creating ads that will display based on a query that was inserted. So if you do a search for shoes, you're going to see an ad for Zappos. That's an ad that we've created, and we will pay for every click that occurs on that ad. This is the point where we capture that user. Now, a comparison engine, in contrast, is feed-based. So what happens is every day we will go in and aggregate all of the products that we carry, and we will place that into an index. That file contains the current product information, the pricing information, inventory of the product, images, descriptions, or product reviews. You can break out a customer into lots of different segments. You might have the keen shopper, extremely brand loyal. We might be doing quite a bit of remarketing there, which isn't the best scenario for us. But then you'll have somebody like a Clark's shopper, and they are brand loyal, but they are not merchant loyal, in which case we might find that that particular brand has a higher propensity to bring in new customers. One of the great things about our business is we have, about direct online marketing in general, is the ability to track the user in multiple points and across multiple channels. And then we start to get into whether or not we should be evaluating this based on new customer acquisition or lifetime value. So as we start to look at all these pieces together, we can put together a model that makes a lot more sense and it's a lot more sustainable, so that we can target users based on their actual value as opposed to their perceived value.